It's been almost 40 years now that Tetris was created. How does it feel now to see how Tetris has influenced culture and society?
Well, what do you expect from me? I'm very pleased and I'm very happy. It's a very good game. I'm still playing it and I love it. And I'm very happy that people are still enjoying it.
Did you expect that Tetris to become one of the most iconic games?
Well, when I developed it and I had my early prototype without scoring system, without any decoration, just the piece falling down, I couldn't stop myself making excuse that I'm debugging something. It worked already, but I can't stop playing it myself. So at that point I realized that this is a very big game, but I didn't expect anything like what happened.
It was always in your mind that Tetris gonna have these shapes like squares, pillars, or in the beginning was there something else?
To some extent, yes. I start with the set of pentaminos, the pieces made out of 5 squares, and there are exactly 12 different shapes of those. But at the moment I decide to make real-time game when you manipulate with the piece on flight. I feel that 12 is too much for regular player. So some mathematics did the Tetris kind of called it painties and make it with 5 pieces. But this is for kind of crazy professor players. So originally game was designed for 5 square pieces, but then it comes to what you got to see in the game.
And how do you see the development and growth of the video game industry? It used to be for enthusiastic and geeks, but today it's successful games becoming mainstream. So do you like becoming to pop culture icons and stuff like that?
Well, frankly, I don't follow very well about all the industry, but my impression it's still separated. So huge shooting game and multiplayer game are still developed for the platform and for hardcore players. So you need to study how to play. You need to dedicate lots of time by yourself. But the new category of casual game, they are for everybody. But unfortunately, those games are too primitive for my taste. And I'm still playing them.
And what influenced you the most when you were thinking about the idea? Because now you're saying that puzzle and a bit more hardcore. So that was your key. What was your idea behind it, and what was the key success of Tetris?
Well, Tetris is they call it puzzle game, and it is some kind of puzzle game. I don't know why. but I am still in love in this kind of game with the abstract content. I like to do something with the pieces to connect them, to delete it in groups or something like that. So that's my favorite, and I do play other games as well. I spent maybe 8 years playing World of Warcraft. Recently I play Minecraft with my big pleasure, but somehow I always return to these little games, 3 in a row and so on.
Do you have any personal best score in Tetris, and maybe what are any tips for players to become the best in the Tetris?
Well, I used to be world champion when nobody has this game available. That's for sure, and that's enough glory for me. So since there I am pretty good player in amateur class. I am still amateur, but I'm pretty good amateur. I have nothing even close to the professional players. They are much better and much faster than me. And I'm old enough to compete with them, of course. You ask for advice for the players. You need to pick the strategy. Now we have 3 strategies. So standard Tetris strategy, combo strategy, when you build up some profile and get back to delete the line, to collapse the line on every step with every piece. This is combo strategy. And T-spin strategy, which is the most effective, as I told by my son, who is an excellent T-spinner.
Would you change anything about Tetris now from your now point of view and experience?
I would be very happy to say no, but unfortunately, now the game start to be a little bit shaken. Finally, I start meeting people who don't know about my game. For 20 years in a row, it never happened to me. So wherever I meet at the street or in transport or in the flight or whatever, if I ask about the games, they say they don't play game, but the only game they know is my game. But now I start meeting people who never heard about Tetris, and that's what we need to fix. So basically, Tetris become too complicated for casual player. People got spoiled with just a touch on the screen. And Tetris, you need to think. You have several operations to do. So we need to put in the game version, in the Tetris version, some kind of introductory level to make people comfortable with the tools, with the controls.